Hello, I am Serenity Block, pronouns she, her. I am working on my Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in Writing in the Applied Arts at UWGB. While studying abroad in Wales, I attended Cardiff Metropolitan University, also called the Met for short when you're over there, for 4 workshops, all of which were informative and very inspirational, writing-wise. This trip was amazing. Before leaving, we read several pieces of Welsh literature, which helped us to understand the culture. Once we got there, however, I learned so much more than I could have from just reading alone. 2 things stuck out to me the most. First was the long history of settlement in Wales. In the US, there are very few sites as old as the ones we saw in Wales. Right across from the hotel we stayed at was Cardiff Castle, which originally was built as a Roman stronghold when they occupied Britain. That's how old some of their sites over there are. Being surrounded by all this history emphasizes just how far back Welsh culture goes. In total, I saw 4 castles while there, all of which were from different points in history. Second, I learned just how important literature and poetry are to the Welsh. On the town hall in Cardiff, there are 2 pillars of the city listed on the building, which are poetry and music. Being entrenched in a culture which truly values the arts was so lovely. Many people we encountered were book nerds the same way our whole group was. This love was most prominent when we went to the Hay Festival, which is the UK's largest literary festival. I had not traveled outside of the country before going to Wales, so all I had ever known was the constant defunding and devaluing of arts programs in the US. Seeing this difference gave me hope in knowing that other people care about the arts just as much as I do. The combination of old culture and a love for reading made for the perfect environment to write poetry, or whatever else you're drawn to write. When I signed up for this trip, I knew absolutely no one aside from having taken asynchronous online classes with both Dr. Peelmeyer and Dr. Nesbitt. Despite this, I had a lot of fun hanging out with the group. There were definitely some ups and downs, but overall, I have made friends I plan on keeping in touch with long after this summer. Getting to go out and do our own thing with whomever we wanted to hang out with was really nice and freeing after running around on days where everything else was pre-planned. Overall, I highly recommend this trip to anyone considering it. I loved running around the Living History Museum St. Fagans, especially the meticulously kept gardens. Seeing the house at Cardiff Castle was breathtakingly gorgeous. I got to meet so many new people from UWGB, the Met, and random folks you would just bump into on the street. I fell in love with Cardiff, and I think you will too.